4, 3, 2, 1.
In the top left here, currently down in the series, hailing from Poland, he is
Ego Esports, Elazer.
Such a fantastic 2017. Glad to see him on top of the world again here.
Yeah, he's been so cute. He's been so happy. It's great to see. But he wants to put up a great fight against this man in the right bottom side, the world champ.
ENCE Esports, Serral.
Whoa, that is a big Serral fan in the front row right there. I love Serral, but I can't say that I've had a fit of excitement when he's playing.
I've sat like that in front of my screen at home.
I actually, when Serral won this tournament last year, I remember standing next to you because Nick and Dan were casting the final, obviously, and I remember jumping in the air and actually doing like an 80s end of the movie when the credits are running fist bump in the air. You know, when they usually freeze you in mid-frame and then they just roll the credits over your mid-air jumping body.
And then you landed and you got an ankle injury.
That's exactly right.
It's good to see Fear Dragon here, of course, as well. Does Elazer have a gas yet? I do not believe so right now. We were a bit distracted there. So yeah, it's gasless opening. Obviously, there's a good map for it, right? You can get that wall off. We saw him do this against Dark as well. So he's once again going to try to play a very economic game over here. But this is the kind of map I'd really love to see. Something crazy, right? A couple of upgraded Zerglings, Muda play, stuff like that. I really like this map for late game ZVZ. Even though, like I said, I mean, I do not think that Elazer should play ultra late game. But I do believe that he can play certain strategies to go up to like 3-4 base scenarios very quickly, strong economy, and then try to hit some timing, right? How often don't we see like Lings into Mudas into like a massive Muda Bane attack, something along those lines, right?
Well, you're absolutely right, Roddy. Like, be a little bit greedy, but don't go the late game.
No.
Like, sometimes people will be like, oh, greedy means you're going late game. No, absolutely not. Sometimes it just means you want to end it in the mid game with just a big swell of production.
Yep, there's a very big difference between late game and real late game. I mean, late game people are like, oh, 4 bases, that's late game, right? It's like, no, that's not necessarily late game, because people often can just max out and try to win the game there, but if that doesn't happen, they don't necessarily know how to hit the next transitions, right? Like, we're no longer playing Wings of Liberty where we all sit back, build ultra units, and then basically we're working with the strongest army possible and then we fight. No, that's not how this goes. There is absolutely opportunity for Elazer to win, you know, big macro games when it comes to 4 or 5 bases, but keep it simple. Don't make the game super complicated. Don't play the Viper War. Don't play too much with lurkers. I do like always for any Zerg player to play Mudas against Serral, because I do feel like he still kind of hates playing against Mudas, where it's just often like he will try to knight us and just try to end it, but maybe you can you can shut that down, you can prevent it, and like that get a couple of map wins. Because I think for Elazer the most important thing here mainly is get that first W on the board. If you just get 1 map win on the board here, I think you play a lot more relaxed in the up and coming games.
Yeah, momentum's a big deal, and if you can slow down the momentum of Serral, it gives you a bit more of a relaxed feel going into it, sure. Serral has scouted the timing of the third base for Elazer, so a small economic edge to Elazer, but Serral, he's climbing that tech tree a little bit faster. The lag went down a lot faster than Elazer here.
Could be another Nidus play. Could also this time that he goes just straight into Mudas, because he's probably done his homework. He saw that game that we saw as well, that Elazer played against Dark on this map, and he's like, oh, you go gasless, you go 3 base, that's fine. Maybe Serral is actually the one who's going to go into super quick Spire here. Yeah. Or it's Queen. I actually think it's Nidus, right? With the amount of queens that Serral's
a lot of
building.
Lings as well.
Yeah.
You don't make these Lings to try and bust through a natural. You make them to try and... yeah, there it is. Yep. You make those Lings flood out of the Nidus Worm with the Queen support, of course. So a very aggressive timing attack here from Serral. Where would the Nidus go? I mean, you have to get past this wall in somehow, so...
I think what you do is you show up in the front, you drop a Nidus there, but then you also drop one in the main base.
Yeah, that Overlord right there looks very precarious. That's a Nidus spot for sure.
Or you can just do the first one there. Oh my goodness.
Straight in there, mate.
But Elazer has to be aware of this stuff, right? Like, I know he didn't scout it yet, but I cannot imagine that you've done this build like 10 times and that nobody has Nidus you yet. Like, this seems like a pretty obvious thing. One person goes straight 3 base gasless, the other person is going to Nidus.
I'm looking at the numbers here, Roddy, and considering Elazer has not scouted this one bit, this is, on paper, looks very rough for Elazer. He's droning right now, Roddy.
I think rough is an understatement, Maynard.
I
If
think
this is rough, then...
I think this is about to be the end of our casting journey here
oh
in the grand final.
Deja vu of last year after a couple of cannon rushes, right? The main base is absolutely in shambles here for Elazer already. That's a ridiculous amount of Zerglings. The Roaches get surrounded as well to make this even worse.
And just like that, there is so much here from Serral. Elazer desperately trying to scramble a defense, but there is just too much from the champ. This Queen actually kind of blocking him a little bit, but she gets out of the way. Her babies get to work, and Elazer gets torn apart from the inside. GG.